Welcome back to another Movies with Andy. Today's movie is Send Help.
I am a much nicer boss than you ever would have been. Except for maybe this part.
So Send Help stars Dylan O'Brien and Rachel McAdams. So Dylan O'Brien plays your typical young CEO who's not the nicest, while Rachel McAdams plays a really hardworking employee who does not get the credit she deserves for all the work she does. And she is up for a promotion, but Dylan O'Brien's character doesn't think she deserves it. So they go on a work shift to see if she actually deserves this promotion, and then the plane goes down, and then that's when the movie actually begins. But before I begin, this review is brought to you by Te Salud. So I have two hydration immunities, the mango and the paloma. Not only do they hydrate you and give you an immunity boost, but they make some pretty good mixtures with some tequila. Shh. And if you use my code Andy10 right now, you get 10% off your order. Yes, that's Andy10 that's on the screen right now. So make sure you use the code Andy10 to put in your order. Thank you so much, Te Salud. And now back to the review. So I was actually lucky enough to go to the world premiere for this movie. And let me just say, it was an awesome viewing experience because the crowd really got into this movie. But first, let me start off with things that I liked from this film. I feel like I've never seen Rachel McAdams play a character like this one. And she does such an amazing job with this character. She plays Linda Little. And if I ever get stuck on an island, I hope I have someone like her by my side. Because she's just so resourceful and she's able to figure out how to survive in these elements. And of course, we have Dylan O'Brien, who's like this young, cocky guy, and he has no idea what he's doing. And he's hurt, so he has to rely on Linda. And they just both do such an amazing job. And I actually really like Dylan O'Brien's rich boy laugh. He's like, like, it's just really funny. They just both do a really good job. Oh yeah, and this movie's directed by Sam Raimi. Yes, Sam Raimi that did The Evil Dead and Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. So going off of that, there is a good amount of horror elements in this movie, and they are really good. There was actually a couple of jump scares in there that really got me, one in specific. So be warned, there is some horror elements, but it's not a scary movie in particular. I guess it just depends how you take it. And shout out to the homie Ricky, which is Filmtopia on social media. But he actually pointed out that there is some Easter eggs of past Sam Raimi movies in this film. So let me know if you caught some of them. And also, with having Sam Raimi directing this movie, you know there is some pretty funny moments throughout the whole movie. And dark comedy funny moments. Some parts that you're just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm laughing at this. Yeah, I actually found myself laughing a good amount of times throughout the whole movie. And then there were some pretty cool camera movements just throughout the movie. They are on a deserted island, so I'm like, you can't do too much, but they do find a way to make it very interesting. They do some very close-ups of like a hand or a nose, and I just wish that they did use more of those shots throughout the whole movie. It was just pretty funny and very fitting with this movie. Oh yeah, and with it being a Sam Raimi movie, this movie is very gory. There is a lot of blood in this movie. And some pretty intense scenes that I did not think I was gonna experience with this movie. This movie was just nothing of what I was expecting. I thought it was gonna be your typical, you know, they get lost on an island and then they kind of start liking each other. And your typical, you know, love romantic comedy. But it was nothing like that. Which is a good thing, which I really enjoyed. And going off of that, I really did like that I did not know what to expect with this movie. It just kept me at the edge of my seat, and it was just very exciting to see a movie like this. And going off of everything that I wasn't expecting with some gore and with some of the action and comedy, that plane crash scene was very intense and I really enjoyed it. And when you watch the movie, just let me know how you felt in that time. And that was some things that I didn't really like. Honestly, I think the one big thing that really got me in this film was the ending. It wasn't bad or anything, I just do have a lot of questions. Which is not a bad way to have a lot of questions at the end of a movie, but I just really need these questions answered. But I feel like that's just the only thing I really didn't like about this movie. So now, would I watch Send Help in the theaters again? Yes, I completely would. I really enjoyed this movie. When I saw that this movie was about 2 hours long, I did feel like some of the parts were going to be dragged on. But that was the complete opposite. This movie just keeps going and keeps you at the edge of your seat the whole time. And it really keeps you guessing until the end of the film. And like I said, just because I did have some questions at the ending of this movie doesn't mean that the ending was bad. I just do want more answers to what happened and how we got there. And I can't spoil anything for you because I don't want to ruin the experience of this movie. And with this movie, it just really made me teeter-totter with who I liked and who I was going for throughout the whole movie, which is good. And like I said, I was lucky enough to watch this movie last week, so I am putting out this review a little earlier than usual. So please, if you watch this movie in the theaters, I would love to know what you thought about it in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more movie reviews every week.